When I'm in the forest, I feel connected. I feel like I am a part of this world. And I think it's because I see that everything here is important. Everything has a role to play. And I know that people play a part in that too.
This was our playground. You know, we spent so much time up here. And when I was younger, it was so abundant with huckleberries. And we'd spend the whole day playing in the forest and climbing the trees. And you know, later in life we do ceremony here. So we learn a reciprocal relationship to the lands and the waters and the mountains and everything, and it's so beautiful. And you know, so I feel just peace.
It's amazing to be among these big trees. It's amazing to be among beings that survive so much. They live through time, they live through drought and flood and fire. And there's something really special about that. I feel exhilarated and also small, but in a good way. I feel protective because I know that we can do harm to these places.
15 years ago, when I started doing environmental work, I read so much that it would keep me up at night. And just to see the potential of where things would go, they'd say, this is what the future is going to look like in 30 years, and we're already there. So it really does worry me. And now it keeps me up at night again because I see the fires, like over 250 fires in one time. Snowpack is only 65%, so there's going to be more fires. And Prince George already, there's such an early part of the season, one of the rivers already dried out. And I think of, geez, what did my grandpa would say about trying to explain an atmospheric river to him, or the floods cut off Vancouver from the rest of Canada, explaining that to him. And he'd say, well, what are you doing about it? What are people doing about it? Why aren't they doing something about it? It's not just my grandparents, I think it's everybody's would say that. Everybody's. Because it's sad to see and witness.
I'm worried that we won't take care of these places, and I'm afraid of what our world will look like if they're gone. The forest fire has affected so many people. We felt it in Vancouver where I live. We could smell it, we could feel it in our nose and in our lungs. It's hard to breathe. The most basic thing that people need to do becomes harder. And I was very worried about the most vulnerable people among us, people with lung conditions, asthma, elderly people, babies. Babies' lungs are forming. We cannot let them be breathing in these tiny particulates that are going to damage them for the rest of their lives. So I want to make sure that we're protecting these places and taking care of them so that they can keep taking care of us. I think we need to be able to envision a future where the climate is changing and we are constantly working to adapt to that and to prevent as much of that change as possible. Sierra Club BC exists because people want to keep our forests standing. Passionate people have been working with Sierra Club for more than 50 years now. We're only as strong as the people who join us.
For me, I look at nature again. In the darkest parts of Vancouver, you can see a dandelion grown out of concrete. And it's going to turn into a beautiful flower. It's going to persist no matter what. And I think that's what we're doing. We're gonna work hard no matter what to create change. When it feels hopeless, recognize that we could be the light and be that hope. We could be that flower and make things good and beautiful.